Folks, I'll be getting started in just a second, so hang tight and we'll get things going. Folks, what the crap's going on? Welcome to the stream. Wicked, welcome. Pilgrim, good to see you. Protocol, thanks for being here. Nikki, Warner, Senshi, Killscribe. Well, we got a crew tonight. Ghost King. It's gonna be fun, folks. It is gonna be fun. Barbarians are us. Thanks for being here as well. Lots of names I know on here. All the best names. Wicked's off work for a rare Thursday. Well, gotta enjoy those Thursdays off. I'm back in the office full-time now, so yeesh. Yikes. Not looking forward to it. It's already taken a toll. I've noticed that I can't help but just fall asleep all the time. I'm gonna have to readjust to life with no sleep, which was what I was experiencing prior to getting to work at home. So I've got to readjust back to that. Why? Well, no one knows, but just got to. Fuzzy Wuzzy says he's laid up with the COVID, man. Hope you feel better soon. But feel free to enjoy the stream. If you can spread it to us via the stream, then I'll be both impressed and I guess somewhat frightened that you can now pass a virus over the internet that's not a computer virus. No Regina yet. Is she gonna come? Oh, since she says heat index. Holy crap, it's hot today. I think it was 99 degrees when I walked out of work. And it was pretty humid too, so I imagine the heat index was well over 100. Really hot right now. Even the lake, I was out fishing a few days ago, and it's only been, staying hot since then, so it's probably even warmer, but the surface temperature on the lake, according to my fish finder, was at, I think it was like 87.5 degrees Fahrenheit. So, yeah, it's a little warm. Catch a fish, it's pre-boiled. You can just start eating. Easy stuff. Wet bulb index. Wet bulb? Man, you're taking me back to all my days in thermodynamics, Senshi, talking about wet bulb temperatures here. I didn't know Senshi was also a prophet and a scientist. That's an interesting combination. All right. Well, let me get into a few things here. So we are going to play some Warhammer 2 battles here starting very soon. But as we have been doing recently, there was some news from CA. I might as well cover it. And I have been cutting those into videos where people can watch it after the stream. And that way they can catch maybe some of the highlights from the stream without having to be here the whole time. So whenever I do this discussion, I may be slightly less interactive with chat while I'm kind of going through it, because imagine it's me just like cutting a video in the middle of the stream, right? So that's kind of how we're going to handle it. So be patient with that. I'm going to do that. But we'll talk about patch 1.3, which CA released some information on today, so I'm going to check it out. Barbarians RS says Grom demands elves for the pot. Well, it sounds like we've got a challenge going. We're going to need some Grom versus Eltharion action in this one, so good idea, Barbarians. Maybe that'll be our first match. It'll be Greenskins versus the High Elves. Or Greenskin and Ally versus High Elves and Allies, so maybe we'll do that. Should be fun. Especially if Regina shows up. Eltharion, that's right, Eltharion. I love it. Anyway, all right, let's go talk about the news real quick. Let me go check my display capture. It's always defaulting to the wrong monitor, at which it was about to again. So it shouldn't be defaulting to the wrong monitor now. Let's turn on display. Oh my gosh, I got it right the first time. How about that? So here we go. Like I said, I'm gonna run through this and kind of cut it like a video. In fact, I'm gonna hit the record. I've never done recording and streaming at the same time, so hopefully not everything crashes here. I mean, I have plenty of computer to handle it, assuming that we don't hit some kind of like other issue with like software. So here we go. Yep, just testing it here. Everything looks like it's working right. I got a recording and a stream going at the same time. Good. Computer's not on fire. Hey, so welcome, folks. Thanks for joining the stream, and if you are watching this afterwards, then I appreciate you as well. I've been trying to make some of these to cut them out of my stream so that folks who can't join at that time still get to see the discussion we had. And today, Creative Assembly released news about update 1.3, which we were told is coming on June. Let me get the date right. It's down here at the bottom. June 30th. So June 30th is when update 1.3 is going to hit. That is on a Thursday. I don't know exactly the release time. It seems like CA is usually throwing news in there around like 9 in the morning or so. I don't know, 9 or 10 in the morning my time, which I think is like 3 to 4 p.m. like London time. But in any case, what is in update 1.3? What does it mean? Is it anything exciting? It's not going to be Immortal Empire. So we've been talking a lot about Immortal Empire's news. This is not that, right? And remember, they said that Immortal Empires, did they say a date on Immortal Empires? Now I can't even remember. If they gave a date on that, hopefully someone in the chat will say something here in a minute and I'll call it out momentarily. I honestly can't remember. I know it was sooner than I expected, but still square in the middle of Q3 like they had said, I thought. But in any case, Regiments of Renown 2 is going to be one of the major features that's coming out in update 1.3, so you'll remember that each faction got 1 Regiment of Renown. It says that in this, 7 new Regiments of Renown are joining, so that's good to see. So it sounds like the same thing coming. People in the chat are saying they think it's August when it's coming. Yeah, maybe around September. I don't know. I was thinking I had heard August, but I can't remember for sure. In any case, so the Regiments of Renown are coming. Sounds like it's going to be the same as the last one. As far as character, trait, and skill tree reworks, it says this has been a hot topic for them. It says several skill trees will also be seeing updates. This should not only improve the efficacy of your lords and legendary lords, but will help factions who have historically struggled with replenishing their armies. We'll share specifics in the 1.3 release notes. So we don't get any more specifics than that. They said for folks who've been having trouble replenishing, I mean, is that Nurgle, Tzeentch? I mean, they don't replenish very well, do they? So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Realm of Chaos, it says the Realm of Chaos campaign, several new changes are being implemented, and these, in my opinion, are some good ones. Now, there's already mods that exist where you can just turn off the Realm of Chaos, so you can fix it that way if you don't want to have anything to do with it. I would highly recommend that if that's what you're looking for. I use one that's of the such. However, for those who do want to play the Realms of Chaos, but you want them to be improved, this is some good news. And honestly, I feel like this is the kind of stuff that I'm not going to bash CA per se. This stuff should have been able to get here a lot quicker. It didn't. It's a little bit too late now. It's good they're adding it. I'm glad they're adding it. But it's like a little too late because mods have addressed most of this. But again, go ahead and add it. Mistake was made. Doesn't hurt to fix it late. It's better than never. So when the AI teleports to the Forge of Souls, players will now be prompted to teleport and confront them. This is something I think I mentioned way back when the whole controversy around the game started. And I was like, hey, just make it where you teleport in, just like in Warhammer 2 in the Vortex campaign. And it looks like that's what they're doing. Again, maybe it was more challenging to implement this than I think it is. I would have liked to have seen this there sooner, but it's there, and that's good. Because the final encounter with Be'lakor has been adjusted to be less time-consuming. That's good, because those battles are really long. Like, I kind of like the survival battles sometimes, but they get so long that sometimes I find myself just auto-resolving them. So that's a good idea. So several tweaks are coming to Tzeentch's realm. So sigils will now be revealed when the player enters or exits a teleport locus. So that'll make things a little simpler. It says action points used to move and position your armies will no longer be lost when you interact with the point of interest. I think that's also a good one. So it's just less of you being arbitrarily stuck in the realm of Tzeentch for a long time. So I think that's probably a nice improvement. AI now has to teleport at least 8 times before accessing the final area in the realm of Tzeentch. So it's not just going to get lucky, hit a couple of teleportals, and be out. It says the use of changing of the ways is going to change, and the big change here is that minor factions for Tzeentch will no longer be able to use the changing of the ways anymore. Only major Tzeentch factions will, and they're going to increase the cooldown time so that you're not getting settlements stolen from you constantly. Cathayan formation attack is going to be addressed here, and essentially they said they're going to add some melee defense when the unit's in formation attack. It's kind of a cool idea, and they also said that, and take this for what it is, we'll have to test it and see. It says by updating the entity behavior so that soldiers will more actively seek out engagements. So I don't know, maybe supposed to make it be a defensive formation, but not quite so crappy in terms of never attacking. Not 100% sure there. I haven't really messed with formation attack very much with Cathay. Kurgan spawn rates. It says several changes are being made to the Kurgan warband armies from spawning continuously, offering the vigilant Cathayan player a chance to enjoy some well-earned moments of peace. So less spawns outside the wall. I'm kind of mixed on this one. I honestly kind of liked having a target-rich environment outside the wall. But, you know, it could sometimes get overwhelming, so maybe people just had enough of it. So I'm open-minded. We'll see how that goes. Miao Ying now has Eye of the Storm, so apparently she couldn't access Eye of the Storm when she was in a dragon as it was intended, and so they fixed that. Unit responsiveness, so they're going to be improving how units navigate through settlements, how they react to retreat orders, and then it also says as well as how large units and heroes interact via synced animations. Hopefully we'll see some improvement there. I do definitely still see some issues with that in the game as I play it. AI focus on the backline. This was not something that I remembered being in their list, but this is good because, for instance, like anytime I play Slaanesh, they'll just take their chariots and all their units and just ignore the front line and just pull through to all my skirmishers. And yes, if you kill the skirmishers, that's good, but then they lose their whole army doing it. So this is interesting. I hope this works out the way they're stating here, which is that they still want to be able to try and outflank you, but they're hoping that the army doesn't just sacrifice itself trying to get to your back line. So hopefully this is a good change. We'll see as we go in. AI using abilities when they should not. That's pretty straightforward. Of course, they shouldn't be. Plague attrition. Again, this was something I called out way back, like right after the game launched. Hey, Plague, in fact, before the game launched, I was on the Discord with CA saying, hey, these plagues are ridiculous. You need to change them. And to me, this one seemed really easy. Again, you probably just have to go into a table and change a number where the plagues didn't last so long. They said they're going to reduce the duration of plagues. Personally, I just take the attrition out of the plagues and it's problem solved. Just make it hit melee defense, attack, or weapon damage, or something else, leadership. Just have it hit something else, not attrition for the player. When you're playing as Nurgle, then let it give attrition to the other people. That's totally fine, right? That's totally fine. It just interrupts the campaign way too much as a player to have armies under attrition for many, many turns on end. So interesting. Like, I'm glad they're changing again. It's too late because mods already do it. I've already got the Pepto-Bismol mod that gets rid of the plague. But, you know, I'm glad to see them do it nonetheless. It says land and domination battles are now ranked. So that's cool. A little bit of variety there for anybody who's really into ranked multiplayer. You can pick either type of battle. And then they are bumping one of the items from 1.3 into the future. It doesn't say where they're bumping it to, which is increasing the frequency of field battles. So they apparently still working on something there. And again, it launches on June 30th. So there's your quick update if you are wondering what the latest news is on Warhammer 3. So if you are watching this outside of the stream, thank you for watching and appreciate you dropping by. All right, folks, so I'm done for video mode, and I'm going to try and take a look at some of the comments you all had during that. So it says, Nurgle replenishment is slow. Yeah, Ghost King, I'm definitely thinking Nurgle is one of the ones that they're planning on increasing replenishment. And then Wicked saying, formation attack sucks. The back rows don't really engage. Well, it sounds like they were hoping to address that, so I'll have to keep that in mind, Wicked, and we'll test that as we go in. Protocol says, unfortunately, this patch just shows me how much development time Warhammer 3 needed before launch. Reminds me of CP 2077, or yeah, Cyberpunk, yeah. Yeah, it was a mess too when it launched, and this one is too. It definitely needed more development. I've mentioned before that I think they could have gone ahead and launched it if they would have just been really honest with people, but it would have made their sales not near as good. The sales would have come eventually. But I mean, think about it. You were launching this thing right alongside Elden Ring anyway, which was probably a questionable move to begin with. But, you know, they could have launched it and just said, hey, we're still working on Immortal Empires. It's not going to be here for a long time. we need a lot of feedback, but we're going to launch it and let you all start to help us. And, you know, then I think people would have been fine. They just need to be more honest about it. But in any case, we'll see. Warner says, I might give Warhammer 3 a proper try after this patch. Yeah, it'll be in a better shape for sure, Warner. If some of the things they've said here work the way that they mention, it'll definitely be in a better place, having fixed a lot of the stuff that you don't have to use mods for now to fix. So definitely should be the case. Hey, speaking of, is the bot working tonight? I signed back in. Like, are the bot commands working? Signed into the Streamlabs thing. The cloud bot. Oh, hang on. I just turned on the cloud bot. It wasn't turned on. Let's see if it's working now. All right, the cloud bot is on, so I'll wait a second. Hey, you all want to hear something funny? I was over here looking, trying to fix the cloud bot, and a little pop-up message comes up from YouTube. And it's like, hey, now would be a great time to insert an ad. Oh, that's good, YouTube. Yeah, I'm going to just push some ads down on my audience. How about that? I'll insert an ad. Here's an ad. Do you all remember, was it Pericles Peasants? I think that was an ad that I did in one of my Rome 1 videos a long time ago. Pericles Peasants, homegrown, fresh. Okay, fresh in the fields of Greece. Get yours today. Use them to block charges. Use them to absorb missile fire. No one has better peasants than Pericles, so stop by today and pick up a fresh batch for all of your meat shielding needs. So there we go. I inserted an ad. How about that, YouTube? Do I get paid for that? Okay. Come on, YouTube. Pay me. I inserted an ad. All right, sweet. The bot is back alive, so Nikki, feel free to gamble away. Gamble to your heart's desire. All right, let's get in and play some battles, shall we? Yes, we shall. All right, so if anybody wants to join in, I think we'll start off tonight. We'll do the Grom versus Eltharion matchup. And how about we do it this way? We'll do Eltharion and an ally, and Grom and an ally. Whoever the allies are, just kind of pick whoever you want. But we'll do a Grom versus Eltharion, and they can each have an ally with them. So we'll start off with a 2v2. If you want to join, please do me a huge favor. I'll give you time to come join the match, so don't get in too much of a hurry. Come to your options, come to the graphics settings, click this drop down, put it on medium or low, and then click the check mark. If you don't do this, it could cause us a whole bunch of lag in the game. We had really good luck last time because I think people were working, so even if you have a really boss computer, my computer is like tricked out, completely tricked out. I've got mine turned down to medium right now too, okay? So no matter how good your computer is, just go ahead and do it. It helps a lot with the lag, so make sure you do that before you come join the battle. Barbarians Are Us, thanks for being a channel member, or he's a new member. Hey, welcome to the WA, sir. You are in the right place, okay? You can now throw away and spam all the emojis that you want in chat. All the custom emojis. Bloodmans, dog dirt. I mean, is there anybody else on YouTube who has ever even uttered the words dog dirt together, much less had an emoji for it? So you get to enjoy a unique emoji that I don't think anybody else has, okay? So make sure you enjoy that one. Thanks for being a channel member, Barbarians Are Us. Thanks for being such a big supporter. It is appreciated. In fact, I'll go spam some dog dirt in the chat while I'm at it. Here we go. I mean, if you all can find another YouTuber who has a dog dirt emoji, then I stand corrected. But why you need one, I don't know. But are you going to find it anywhere else? That is why you need one, okay? Protocol says, can we get new member badges for 1 and 2 years subbed? I don't know. Let me go see, Protocol. I'll have to look at it and see if they allow it. If they allow, I can't remember if they only allowed like 3 tiers, or if it was just, more than that or whatever. If there is allowed to be more tiers or something, I'll go find like I don't know, like ruby, diamond, obsidian, like something like that. We'll go get some more shields designed. I'll have someone help me out with it. But good idea, Protocol. I'll take a look at it. Anyway, let's play a battle. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the multiplayer battle here. So if y'all want to come join me, I'm on Warhammer 2, by the way. We'll try to get a battle in on Warhammer 3 again tonight, but we had some really fun ones, and there's just more factions in this game right now. It's not that I don't like Warhammer 3, I do, but I think more of you probably have this game, and there's more factions. I figured we'd start here. So feel free to come join in. It's Heirs Battle. The password is just 1. Number 1. Yep, looks like we filled up quick. We got Warner, Knights Templar, and Killscribe. So I guess on my side, you know what? I want to be High Elf Batman. I haven't played as High Elf Batman in a long time. So I will take Ivres. And that means that we got to have Grom and an ally on the other side. Warner, you can be whoever you want. As long as either Knights Templar or Killscribe, one is Grom, the other one can be whatever faction, whatever lord you want. So just one person needs to be Grom, the other one can play whatever they would like. So you can make it something themed. The password, Calvin, is just 1, like the number 1. So when we join again, I'm going to keep the battle name the same and the password the same. I'm going to throw up my army blocker here, thanks to Warner, who's joining me tonight as well as a teammate. If I'm playing High Elves tonight, I better... Warner, we got to make Regina proud, okay? I am going to have unit caps on those, so we can't just do, like... what was the name of that unit she used? We can't just do 7 Hands of the Shadow Crown. But yeah, unit caps will be on, so we can't just spam all the Hand of the Shadow Crowns. Oh, man.
There's no hands! 2 more!
Barbarians! Thanks for the 5. He says, wish I could play, but I'm watching the stream in 144p. Now, that is dedication right there, Barbarians. When you're watching something at 144p and it's not just listening to a podcast in the background, then wow. I mean, that is definitely dedication. Thank you, Barbarians. I will put on as good a battle as I can for you here. Hopefully you enjoy it. All right, let's see here. I gotta get a High Elf Batman army put together. Worth. Let's see, probably this. All right. Just putting together my army. All right, well, I'm glad the bot's working again, so people have something to interact with whenever I'm busy at it with something. So I can brag about salt levels, dangerous salt levels even. I think between Nikki and Clone Trooper Wheeler, we have a couple of salt billionaires, if I remember right, unless Nikki had a bad night at the casino. And Regina says, what kind of cheesy scrub would bring a bunch of Hand of the Shadow Crowns? That's right, Regina. Who would do something like that? No one I know, that's for sure. No one I know. Oh, that's good stuff. I love it. I love it. Okay. Gotta figure out the rest of my army. What I want to bring. Alright, I'm kind of getting an idea based on what Warner is looking at here. And then I gotta think about greenskins, think about high elves, like where are my advantages, where are their advantages. And I'm just not 100% sure how I want to play this. Alright. Maybe. Yeah, I don't love the build, but I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for it. Right, whenever you're ready, whoever's playing with me, feel free to ready up. Just whenever you're ready to go, I'm set to go. Niller is back, says hello from tiny Denmark. Well, thanks for being here, Niller. Appreciate you joining all the way. Beautiful land of Denmark. Rome 2 is basically siege battles nowadays. Do people not play anything else in Rome? We could do some Rome 2 battles one night if enough people wanted to. Like at least one, maybe. I don't mind playing some Rome 2 battles. It's a little bit predictable with Rome 2 if people were playing really competitively, you know, because heavy swords are just the best in Rome 2. However, whenever you're playing, you know, more of a mixture casual, you can get away with a lot more and have a lot more fun with it. But yeah, whenever it's really competitive, it's definitely different from Warhammer in the sense that there's like some stuff that's just, that's the way you play and you don't play any other way. Survivor X-Clone, thanks for joining us tonight. Athenian Army, Nile Naval Football. Yeah, we did play some naval football. Man, that's some good memories right there, Wicked. Good old Nile Naval Football. I would love to see CA keep trying to invent new game modes, so I'm glad they added Domination. I'm not addicted to it personally. It's fun. I think it's a good addition. And I hope they keep adding game modes. You know, keep putting stuff in. Don't take stuff out. Just keep adding to it. I think Warner's still picking his army. Hopefully nothing's locked up or anything. They took chat out of the game, so I've got no way to see anything on chat. So Shrewd says just to screw around with Swaby. And the Swaby have some fun units, though. Is it Wolf Warriors and the Wodenaz Spears? Gosh dang, man, it's a long time since I played a lot of Rome 2. But yeah, Wodenaz Spears are probably one of the coolest light infantry units in the game. Really fun units. Variety, yeah, variety definitely helps games. I feel like the historical games always, like Troy, what's interesting is that Troy should have had the least variety. But when I played it, it actually felt like it had a pretty good amount of variety in it, even though everything was basically infantry running around. But then by the time they added in the fantasy elements to it, and then Troy just did a really good job of differentiating units with what it had, like with speed differences, bonuses on certain terrains, precursor missile units, spears having like an alternative attack mode that made them a little more aggressive. Clubs were mixed in there with swords and spears. Axes were mixed in. Some units had really high charge. Some were much more defensive. Heavy infantry units hit a lot harder with their heavy mass, and they stopped cavalry way better. They did a really good job. And then by the time you mixed that in, kind of the specialty of each faction. So for instance, like my the faction. Oh dang, what's the faction I was always playing on there with? Oh, crap, man. It's all just... My memory is terrible. Seagoing faction. Why is his name escaping me right now? Odysseus. Thank you, Warner. Yeah, so Odysseus's faction had all the javelins and stuff. You know, so that was a really cool add that just made them more interesting. So I feel like that Troy actually did a really good job overall with variety, even though Warner says hi, folks. Thanks for no chat, C8. There we go. All right, had to give Warner a smiley back. But yeah, so you can do really good variety. Send help. Warner says to send help. Okay. But yeah, I feel like they could do a lot better variety by kind of using that formula when they go into their next historical game. And then here's the other thing I would recommend, and this is probably going to scare some folks a little right off the bat. And I don't want it to scare them, but it might. This is my suggestion. I'm not saying that all Total War games have to be all fantasy, but add a little bit more fiction to the historical games and it will go a long ways. What I mean by that is, like, for instance, take a look at like Age of Empires 3. The factions are so differentiated, even though they have really similar units, because they kind of take the stereotype of that faction and use that stereotype to create flavor for the faction. And Total War did not take that far enough a lot of times, in my opinion. And I feel like if they will just make sure to take advantage of that, you'd be in a good place. So I don't mean like make all of the historical games into fantasy, but it's okay to not be like just strictly super everything historically accurate down to every detail. So I like history, but people like playing Total War in a sandbox environment, not a museum environment. At least that's my opinion. You don't have to agree with me, but that's my thoughts on it. Oh dang, played over here and I did not expect that. So they got a ton of orc boys. They got a hammer of Gork. So we are completely ill-deployed. What's that hammer of Gork range too? It hasn't turned our way real quick. A little bit of lag in this game, but it should be okay. Let's go do a little bit of scouting. Alright, scouting's always good. So we got an Azag. I did not expect a flyer. So we got Azag supporting Grom DePonch. And DePonch has brought the Orc boys to show that they are in subservience to him. He's also got his girlfriend here, the giant river troll hag. Hammer of Gork and a Doom Diver. I expected to see a lot more like cavalry and maybe a lot of archers. I'm gonna get up here and see if we can spot some Gobbo archers.
Eltharion.
Okay, I spotted something. Oh! Azag's on me with some Spirit Leech. Yeah, there are some archers. Alright, so that's what I figured. Alright, so we've learned a little.
Wherever I am needed, march toward penance. The might of Ivres!
Eltharion guides us!
We will obey!
Now, Azag can't heal, so we may want to save some Arcane Unforging for him, but depending on how the battle shapes up, may want to save some magic for other things as well.
Warden repositioning!
Spearman!
Left one of my units back here. Go ahead and push up. We're going to be inside their range soon. I got to make sure to keep track of all my units. I'm not doing the best job so far.
Tyrannoch chariots!
Being shot at. I don't have any indicators on my unit cards about anything being shot.
Move!
I do a little bit of baiting here.
Quickly now!
Azag.
Onward!
An enemy wizard is casting!
16 magic. That's a lot of magic. We're going to be limited on what we get,
Tyrannoch
so
chariots!
better just
Yes.
take it easy for now. That's another nice Spirit Leech right there. I'm going to try and just undo the Spirit Leech, though. See if we can bleed away some of Azag's magic.
We will obey! Acknowledged!
Still haven't seen any light cavalry, which surprises me. I still may want to keep eyes open. I'm kind of keeping an eye on the mini-map, like just in case they had like a big Gobbo army behind us or something.
By Eltharion!
Warner might want some assistance out here.
Eltharion!
Yeah. Yeah, there's some orc boys taking up position in the woods.
Always ready! I am called upon!
Savage orcs.
Swiftly.
Move around, try and get into the rear. I'm gonna fall back a little. I'm a little bit ahead of myself here, and I'm gonna cover that retreat with some charges of those chariots. I did not expect him to come attack Eltharion.
By my father's blade!
I think we can turn this fight around against Azag.
The grim warden rises!
Let's pull back the chariots now that we've disrupted that charge. Try and disrupt charges a little bit more.
Setting forth. Spearmen.
Eltharion!
Alright, yeah, we're getting a nice piece of Azag now. And I've got their artillery in trouble. There's something back there to save him, so let's move that in. I got another eagle over here. Alright, we got Azag, so that is huge. Let's turn around.
We will obey.
Countercharge now, so Grom is involved. Let's come attack Grom. Spread out some of this pain here.
White lions, seal!
Attack!
Got all these archers we're back here.
Eltharion archers.
Let's make a meal of them if we can.
Tyrannoch chariots. We go. March.
Alright, we managed to get Grom on the route. I'm gonna unlock the fire at will on my Tyrannoch chariots.
Attack!
Empowered by
There's a
vengeance!
whole other line of orcs coming out of the woods.
Spearmen. Eltharion archers. Asa. Attack!
Did I lose an Eltharion archer? I did. Let's take it a little bit easier in back here. Let's go get out of that fight. We're gonna get overwhelmed. Alright. Not bad over here. Fiery convocation.
Scions of Matland.
Wish I had another one lined up, but I don't.
Eltharion! The
Try and
warden
spread some of that
marches.
good old-fashioned terror over here. Get that unit back in the air.
Tyrannoch
Our
chariots.
chariots out. Let's go help
At once!
bring up this flank a little. Eagle, can you escort Grom out of here, please? Nice net.
Draw back.
I am low on magic. I lose back here. Alright, my Eltharion Reaver was not able to get extricated from combat back there. Escort Grom off of the battlefield, hopefully. Eltharion is helping with such.
Tyrannoch chariots.
Those Tyrannoch chariots. Warner's got that flank handled. Let's push forward.
Scions of Matland. Moving out.
Got a good push going. The greenskin leaders
Asa, boys!
took some heat. Alright, let's push
For
forward.
duty! Eltharion guides us!
Try and keep a rush in behind these greenskin units. Let's push those chariots up.
Asa, advance.
Oh yes, Squig herd. See him, Warner. Thanks.
Onward.
A little bit of lag right now. So there was a river troll hag back here somewhere that I'd like to kill if I have the opportunity. Alright, so
Scions of Matland.
yeah, there she is. She hit me with another Spirit Leech.
Claim vengeance!
It's be a little risky because the River Troll Hag's not really a pushover in combat, and they heal some, but I don't really have a lot of enemies around. So I'm gonna go for it. Get a little bit risky here.
Tyrannoch chariots.
Push those Tyrannoch chariots up. The infantry's pushing forward. I'm trying to keep the pressure up
Move! Moving
on
out!
the enemy forces.
Forward!
Yeah, we got a terror route. I need to get out of here because it's about to get ugly. I mean, it was already ugly. I was fighting a River Troll Hag, so
I fight for Ibris!
That was no offense intended, Mrs. Hag. I mean, hopefully that was a compliment, right? River Troll Hag enjoys being called ugly, one would assume. They don't want to be some pretty doll.
Asa, move!
Beauty's on the inside air. That's right. See? That's right. River Troll Hag is beautiful on the inside. If you like halfway digested Grom dinners. We'll call this one Eltharion. I'll save that one. Thanks for joining the battle, folks. Hopefully you all enjoyed that one. So we took out the greenskins in this case. Grom and Azag defeated by High Elf Batman. No doubt he put them into the prison. Is it Athel Tamara? Is that the name of the prison? I think so. He put them in prison, tortured them, turned them into double agents by brainwashing, and sent them back to their own territory in only the strange, creepy way that High Elf Batman can. And it's been a long time since I played some Eltharion campaign, and it is darn funny. Warner, Knights Templar, Killscribe, thanks for joining. All three of you, definitely appreciate it. Warner, thanks for being a channel moderator here and on the Discord. And appreciate Killscribe always keeping track of those kills in our campaigns too, keeping it real. So thanks to Killscribe. Heard my boys come into the room. Maybe they were just going off to bed, but in any case, yeah. And then appreciate everybody from joining. We're gonna do another one. Let's go ahead and do. Well, you know what? Let me do a quick poll real quick. Do you have Warhammer 3 and can join? Yes, no. If you have Warhammer 3 and you can join, please use the poll and push yes if you would be willing to join. I need to get a feel for whether we have enough people to do that. And while we're doing that, so I got the poll out there. Let's go ahead and do one more here because people are here and ready. Again, if you're going to join, make sure you go to the options, switch your graphic settings over to medium, please, by using this drop down, pick medium. I'm doing it too, so anyway, go. Make sure you do that. Let's go ahead and do another multiplayer battle. It's going to be Heirs Battles, and the password is 1, just the number 1. Okay. Light back up now that I don't have such a bright background on there. Let's see, what kind of scenario should we do for this one? The poll should be out there, Hurls, if you go look at the chat. It should be maybe up at the top of the live chat or something, like a place to click it. It looks like We've got some people who can do it. We have enough, assuming that everybody who's voting here is voting accurately. We do have enough. Oh, I forgot to turn off the display capture. Oops. My bad. There we go. So yeah, we need to think of a scenario here. How about, so we did Skavens and Lizards last time. We just did it High Elves and Greenskins. I think we did War of the Beard on the last one. We haven't done a Druki scenario. We haven't done a Tomb King scenario. We haven't done a Bretonia scenario. I think we had some Empire versus Undead on the last one. Vikings versus Pirates? No, actually, that sounds kind of fun. Or the Raiders. Okay, so Deadly Sin, I like your idea. So, folks, it's going to be Norska versus Norska versus Vampire Coast. So Norska versus Coast is the way we'll go. And it looks like Rip Shrewds is already going for Norska. So if Akhenaten can go Norska, it looks like he's really wanting to do some Tomb Kings with that name, but maybe we'll get a Tomb King scenario. But Akhenaten, okay, they're going Norska, and then my side is going to go Vampire Coast. So I'll go Coast. So Ghost King, if you want to join Coast with me, we'll take care of it that way. So yeah, we do have enough people to play Warhammer 3 on the next game. So if you have Warhammer 3 and you want to join, just make sure to be ready for the next game. We'll switch over to Warhammer 3 I haven't played any team domination battles, and I'd like to see what that's like, if it's available. I think you can do it. Yeah, so this one will be the Pirates versus Vikings. This ought to be pretty fun. I wonder if there's a really good map for this. Like, right now I've got Northern Chaos Waste selected. If anybody knows just like a really amazing map that you think fits this, let me know and I'll switch it over. But otherwise I'm going to start picking my army here. Vikings versus Pirates. Hey, Mr. Mike says, been watching you off and on for years now. Really enjoy your stuff. Rome bought in, let's see, Rome Total War was actually the first video I ever bought in a Scholastic book catalog. That's awesome. I remember those in school, like you get the little book catalog. I didn't realize they'd have games in them sometimes. That's sweet. You got Rome Total War out of a Scholastic book catalog. Probably like the best score ever out of a book catalog. Oh, Legamus says we need Lokir. Ooh, that's true. I'll play Lokir. He's the Blessed Dread, right? Yeah, okay. I'll play Lokir. I'll go with Ghost King, so then we'll have all of the pirates going up against the Vikings. I mean, is there another faction that technically would qualify as Vikings? In case we just wanted to vary it up. I mean, otherwise you could just have Norska, but that's a good point with Lokir. We can't have a pirate battle without Lokir, so I'll bring him. Vikings versus Raiders. All right. Let's see here. Marienburg, kind of. So Empire. Marienburg were kind of pirates. Well, I mean, they did have that big port. So I guess I could see that. And then, yeah, all the Vampire Coast factions would qualify, of course. Marcus, thanks for joining. It's good to have you here tonight. Let's get this army put together. Thinking about kind of magic I want to field against Norska. Do that one for a second. All right. All right. Gotta fix up a couple of things here. All right, there we go. My army is ready. Looks like Ghost King is getting ready. Akhenaten and Rip Shrewds. Everybody's ready to go. Get ourselves a battle put together here, folks. Say hi to a few folks here. Legamus, thanks for being here tonight. Good to have you. Appreciate everybody joining. Galadikir? How to say that one? Thanks for joining. It's in the poll, so we have close to 20 people who have Warhammer 3 and are ready to join. So I think we'll try for a Warhammer 3 battle. So, we'll just try and play some Domination mode 2v2. Noctilus is probably the most pirate. Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I mean, Noctilus is definitely pirate through and through. And he pretty much just like, Davy Jones? What was the squid guy in Pirates of the Caribbean? Gala Tiger. Okay, sorry. Said it wrong. Thanks for being here tonight. Captain Squidward? Yeah, that was probably it, Warner. Captain Squidward sounds about right. Oh, those medium graphics. They ugly. But definitely helps with the lag. Mr. Mike says, I actually still have my copy of Rome Total War from 18 years ago. I'll pass it down to generations as an heirloom. There you go. That's the way to do it. Heirloom meant as a pun. I like it. That was also a nice incorporation. Well done. Noctilus gives me Davy Jones vibes from Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking, the Davy Jones character. I just couldn't remember if I was remembering the name of the character properly. Yeah, that makes sense. Definitely got some lag hitting right now because none of our units are animated. There they go. Had a bit of a load time there. Fairly free-flowing at the moment, so hopefully the lag's not bad. Had pretty good luck.
Dread spears.
Knock on wood.
Cold-blooded killers.
Cold-blooded killers.
We are ready.
Dread spears.
Which elves?
Witch elves or witch elves?
We
Huh?
are ready.
Oh, it's lame, I know. It's lame.
Battle ready.
Talak!
Alright.
All powerful!
Look here, Fellheart.
Look here, Fellheart.
Cold-blooded killers. Chariots.
Cold-blooded killers.
Alright.
Chariots.
Let's give this a shot.
Look here, Fellheart.
So my teammate is rocking Luther the Crazy Harkon. Got a Luther Fellheart combination here. It should be fun. Sounds like a new DLC character too. Luther Fellheart. All right. Looks like the battle is about to commence.
My power is yours!
Druki.
Going now.
Eager for battle.
Carnage awaits.
Let's get nice. Whoa, we got some Vanguard stuff back here. My teammate will see that or not. I'm surprised I saw it, to be fair.
God. Eager for battle.
Boy, it's a good thing I turned on the
Chariots.
skirmish mode.
Forward. Attack.
Going. Terror and death.
A little hurt on that Manticore. If we get lucky, we might berserk it.
Orders understood. Druki, forward.
Come then.
Got over here Throg Daddy. We got Throg, and I'm assuming Wolfric. Yeah, Guy's way back here. Yeah, Wolfric. Okay.
Chariots!
You're raping! Onwards to murder!
Some breath attacks coming in. Speaking of breath attacks, I want to make sure I actually use mine this time because I'm really bad
Red spears!
at actually using my breath attacks.
Sorceress of blood! Eager for blood! Setting forth!
By Drakira! Moving out!
On to murder!
Druki, forward!
On
to
this way.
Nagarothi! Onward!
Sa'anisha!
My cave!
Throw some units in that way.
Merciless warriors!
Onwards to murder!
Alright, let's drop some more.
On the move!
Right here, real quick. Oh, took a fireball there.
Eager for battle! Bloody murder! Dark elves! At once! Going!
Orders understood!
I'm gonna send some help over here. See if I can chain route this
Nagarothi!
group.
Glorious destruction!
Norska's definitely rolling through my ally there at the moment, so we can get done here. Who's dangerous?
Eltharion and Aha!
Run.
Onward! For
Run, run, run.
Shenlu! Carnage awaits!
Try and bring that guy down.
Cold-blooded killers!
Get that going on.
Chariots!
Alright, there we go. Managed to
Forward!
get a nice cut there. Go ahead and pull back up in the air.
Dealers in death!
A Balefy? No, it's just a sorcerer. Trying to keep an eye on what's going on my teammate's side of the battle, make sure I'm not about to get wrapped up or
On
something.
to
Let's
violence.
see if we can get in here and berserk
On to murder!
some of the
On
main
to violence.
characters
Destroy!
and keep some valuable targets in the crosshairs of these
Kill everything!
crossbow cavalry.
Dealers in death!
This wolf here.
Going!
And swing around
On
here.
To battle!
Ooh, that's
Dark
about to
Rider
hurt.
crossbows! Spreading despair!
Get away from that one real quick. So we got some pretty good
Feel my wrath!
No
there.
survivors!
And I need my
Sorceress of blood!
sorceress. I'm gonna try and terror bomb this.
The merciless host!
Alright. Fall back away from those. Let's see if the terror bomb takes hold. There comes some skin wolves that I'm not super excited about, but if the infantry will wait, the brutes of the hound aren't gonna give up. Or will Wolfric. Alright, we're getting hit pretty hard here.
Death!
Death
I gotta get out of that fight in a hurry.
Going!
Oh, good.
Ready!
Managed to get Wolfric
Come, melee!
running amok.
On to
Being
slaughter!
chased by some trolls. I
Battle
don't
ready.
think they're gonna have the easiest time catching me.
Slay them!
At once!
That fight is.
Striking out!
I thought it was just gonna clear up real quick when I got into it, but it did not. But I've still got some allies over here, so
Red spears!
I don't know how we're doing. I just need to keep my missile units alive and firing. And don't throw away my lord here.
Withdraw! I'll give the order!
Heads in! Drinking victory!
Alright, there we go. I used all of my.
I move!
Alright, this Manticore wants a piece of me. Whew, took a shot in the butt right there. I was trying to back off of those
Eager!
Marauder horsemen.
Battle ready! Blood will flow! Murder awaits!
On to
These trolls
slaughter!
over here. Trying to take
Sorceress
this
of
Manticore
blood!
out of the air.
Onward!
Frog is just gonna be healing.
Sacrifice them!
I'd like to be able to kill him.
Carnage awaits!
Start running that way.
Dark Rider crossbows!
Some shots in the
Blood
Throg.
for Cain!
I mean, you kind of think you can just land on Throg and kill him, but it is Throg. I don't know though if Luther joins me. No, Luther's shooting him. Let's just let Luther shoot him. That would be the smartest move here. I'm gonna keep skirmishing away from the fight with those missile units. We've still got deck droppers up here, so again, we're gonna want to just play it smart, not get overly hasty.
Onward! Carnage awaits! Blood will flow!
Onward! Moving out! Massacre them!
Burning head over here. Let's go help against Akhenaten. Yay. I hoped to hold up a little better in that infantry fight, but we did not. Get away from this fight for a minute and get back over towards allies.
Red spears! Onward! No mercy!
Let's see if we can get rid of these ice trolls. Okay. I think we've got a decent chance of pulling this one off. The only thing that concerns me right now is that Throg is, if he's alive, he's gaining hit points. Do we tag team him out? Throg is still here. Bring to this. Is he? Oh no, that's my ally. I don't know if we got rid of Throg or not.
The merciless host.
Trying to get some intelligence, but I'm not very intelligent. I at least remembered to use all of my breath attacks. Yeah, these skin wolves are going to be a pain in the butt.
Going.
Go ahead and dive in here and help these sirens out. Switch elves. We'll see if we can berserk a little bit of this stuff. If I got any, I've got plenty of magic. Little damage here. Try and drop all the leadership over here, and then combine that with a nice attack. Yep, that works. Got a terror route while he had sword Torvald on, which is good, because that would have absolutely shredded me. I forgot about that sword ability. But there's still other enemies in the vicinity. This fight is not over, and I should probably get out of here. Taking damage in a big ol' hurry. But at least I managed to help deal some damage here. Chase down some enemies. Just had that unit chasing a different one.
Death is coming!
Oh, I lost my lord? Crap, man. Lokir couldn't get out of that fight. Darn. He had terrified, crap. I might have just thrown the whole battle right there. Shoot. I thought we had him. He was terror routing, and I knew we had a little bit of trouble there, but like all of a sudden he's dead, Wulfric's back, and like everything stabilized through there. It must have been when that spell wore off. Get back in the air, because I've still got some viable magic here. So despite throwing away my lord, let's get a little bit of work done.
Chariots! Hack! Cut!
Trying to get some damage done on Wulfric. He's down pretty low. Archon's still got a lot of ammunition, so I think we're still in the green, despite my huge screw-up.
Eurathin! Slaughter them!
Death is coming!
Got a lot of magic in this battle for just having a standard sorceress. At least it felt like it. I'm gonna try and break the leadership of these skin wolves. They can't hold on forever. Wulfric's hanging on by the skin of his teeth, but he's in there. Yeah, we got one of the skin wolves terrified. Let's chase it. Chase, 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 chase. Get on the chase. Oh, oh, yes. Stay on him.
Blood
Try and
will
chase those
flow.
things out of here. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna try and escort that skin wolf out.
Sorceress of blood! Sorceress!
Got a
Set it
werekin up in
forth.
here that's still holding his own.
All shall suffer with pleasure.
I don't know if I can get my sorceress out of here. I don't want to just throw her away. Alright. I managed to get... Yeah, I'm gonna get those skin wolves off the map before they can get back in here and heal more, so that's a win. Wolfric is out. So I think we got it. That was a fun fight right there. So pirates versus raiders. Pirates are gonna win. That was a heck of a fight, too. That was fun. Yeah, army loss is kicking in. If Coast dived in, you have had it. Oh, we had it there. But yeah, I thought maybe I threw it away there for a minute when I accidentally bombed Lokir out of the fight. Brutes of the Hound are still fighting. They've got 4 berserkers down here.
Get out of here!
My bloodlust is waning.
Yeah, that was a close fight. Fun fight from Norska, so that was Raiders v Pirates. Alright folks, I'm going to switch over to Game 3. So if you have Game 3, make sure to get there. Let's take a look at some of the stats here before we do. So I did decently with Lokir, despite having thrown away at the end. I got a fair bit of damage dealt and okay damage value. Nothing spectacular, but it was okay. I did well with the crossbow cavalry. The Scourge Runner chariots were so-so. Decent for a witch elf. Not so good with the rest of my infantry. And then okay with the sorceress. Nothing special from me on that front. Wolfric did pretty good here. 105 kills, 1367. Not bad because he doesn't cost a whole lot to begin with. This Skin Wolf was doing well. It had a ton of hit points left. It just, army routes. But I mean, considering how much hit points it had left, it was actually doing pretty darn well. I imagine the Brutes of the Hound, yep, they cleaned house. 1485, so nice performance there. These Skin Wolves did pretty decently. The Manticore was a nice piece of flying equipment I didn't expect to see there from Norska, because Norska doesn't usually have a lot of flyers, but they do have the Frostworm. They've also got the Manticore, and the Frostworm shouldn't be underestimated. They're very useful in certain situations. Wow, Ghost King did great with Luther. Got a lot of damage done there. The Sirens were a nice pick. It looks like it ended up being difficult for Norska to kill. Now, the only real big risk here is if you'd run into, like, Famirs or something like that. So Famir Warriors would have been an issue. Let's see what else we get. Animated Hulks. Deck Droppers were definitely handy. Got some value there. Let's take a look at Throg. Throg doesn't look like he got a whole lot of value here. He had 40 kills, so it must have been some, like zombies or something. He must have gotten shot up or something. Get knocked out. This Bale Fiend, though, picked up 1405 and 13,000 damage. This Berserker right here had 141 kills. Must have been zombies again, considering the value it's throwing there, but still, it's a lot of kills. Look at some of these trolls. That's a lot of ice trolls, too. Another Brutes of the Hound. So, fun game. Appreciate Rip Shroods, Akhenaten, and Ghost King for joining. I'm going to jump over into Game 3. So, you all come join me there. I'm going to be booting it up now. You get started here. Or 3, gotta make sure and turn off all my mods, because when I play campaign, I've always got mods on. Activate all. Alright, play. I usually have the better camera mod on too, so I have to get used to that not being there. I actually have not used the debug camera yet in Warhammer 3. I probably should, because you can record better with it, but the better camera mod is not quite as good as a debug camera, but it's a little smoother. And so I've been using it mostly. See, Crazy Dutchman says, Air, your audio has always seemed exceptionally well balanced to use mixing software for streaming. No, I don't do any mixing software. I kind of just dialed it in with the games. Whenever I'm editing videos, though, from time to time, I will do some editing. So I capture my microphone on one track, and then I capture the game sound on a separate track, and so I'm able to adjust the audio gain individually of those. So if I do mess up, whenever I'm recording a video, I can fix it in that manner. I'm gonna go to my options and do the same thing. If y'all don't mind, come in here to the options and just pick medium graphics. apply the changes, and then I'll go into the advanced. You all don't have to do this, but I'll go into the advanced, and I'll pick the unit size. I will go large unit size. Or is this game's balanced for ultra, isn't it? I'll pick ultra units, but we'll keep it on medium graphics, so I'll apply the changes here. Alright, so not exit the desktop, but go, no. Back to battles. Let's see, multiplayer lobbies, host battle. There's battle. Password is 1. Alright, so let's see how we do all this different stuff. Team 1 and Team 2, so let's add a player slot. Oh, that's a CPU player. Spectator. Where do we do the app setup? Add player slot. There we go. All right, we got the Gentle Rat. Let's add a player slot. So we'll do a 2v2. And then we do Domination mode here? Yeah, Domination. Alright. Let's do... Mountains of Morn. Alright, so we got a 2v2 Domination battle set up. It's going to be myself and Ghost King versus Gentle Rat and Deadly Sin. Pick whatever factions you all want. We're not going thematic here, I just want to play. So, go for it. Pick what you like. What's the... Does anybody know the funds? Is it default funds? We just leave it there? That should be the right settings. For what they use in the multiplayer battles, I think we just leave it on default funds, right? Can anyone join these games? Yes, Mark Smith. Anybody can join. I host it each time. The game name is Heirs Battles. Password is 1. So anybody can join. So Ghost King is... Looks like he's rocking Slaanesh. I always play Kislev in Game 3. It's like my comfort zone. I'll just start with them. Can't help it. Alright, I'm going to stick my army blocker up. It's a Game 2 army blocker, but hey, it'll job done. And then I got to move it a little to block everything because this game doesn't have the exact same UI. There we go. That should block it just fine. Alright. Dan Fish, thanks for subbing. Appreciate it. Alright, let's get into... Pick an army. Boy, the interface is different. You switch over here, it takes me a minute to remember what I'm doing. Switching between games. I'm just trying to think about my strat here because, see, Domination mode, I haven't watched a lot of competitive Domination mode, and your thinking in this game type can be quite different than it is in just standard gameplay, because it's all about capturing the points and holding on until you get the number of victory tickets you need. You don't even necessarily have to be winning the battle, like as far as fighting goes at the end, as long as you have the points in the right place. So it's definitely a bit of a trade. Alright. Get some stuff picked here. Almost ready. Well, I mean, as ready as I'm gonna get. I'll just give this a shot. We'll think about it afterwards. So if you all can hear me and you're in the game, I'm gonna go ahead and ready up. You all ready up whenever you're ready. No need to rush. Get your army ready however you need to. And you're ready to jump in, so whatever you need to do. I thought I was ready. Kind of changing my mind. Okay. Got it. All right. Oh, I said I got it. Ah, what's going on here? Oh, okay, I see. Sorry, give me a minute. I shall figure it out. Having a bit of a senior moment. Oh. Keep clicking wrong here. I haven't played this game mode enough, so I keep getting confused. Okay, got that. I'll click here. This. Alright. Why did it... Why is it doing that? Huh, okay. Must be a rule then. I thought... I'll explain what was going on in a minute. Maybe you all can tell me more about it. There's a rule that I don't understand here with the way you can pick units that's screwing me up, and I don't understand why it's doing it that way. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, I know what I was screwing up. My bad. I fixed it. I'm dumb. Yep, just an air senior moment. Forget it all. They're just dumb. Alright, fixed it. Finally got it the way I wanted. Alright, let's go. I'm holding everything up. Galatiger says, hi, dumb, I'm dad. Yeah, I was having a moment. I thought I was picking a hero, but I was accidentally picking from the Lord section, and so it kept deleting my Lord every time I picked it. It was getting frustrating. I thought maybe there's a unit cap involved, but no, it was just me being really stupid and clicking on a Lord instead of a hero. Rest in pieces. Banana Bean says, Air, when will you get to preview access for Immortal Empires? I don't know. Don't know. I will take it anytime CA wants to give it to me, though. If they give it to me. So we'll see. Yeah, I would love to be getting a look at it, but something tells me that it's still got a lot of development that needs to be done because it's only coming out as a beta. Howitzer says, hey Air, can actually watch some of your stream tonight. How are you doing? I'm doing good. Thanks for joining in, Howitzer. I'm glad you could join. Definitely great to have everybody here. And thanks for those who are joining the battles so that we have something fun to see on screen. We're just waiting on Ghost King to load in. And we'll be getting this one started. This is going to be a domination gameplay. So this is the new game mode in Warhammer 3 where it's all about capturing. There are 3 points on the battlefield. When you control one of the points, you earn victory tickets. You are fed a trickle of supplies. The supplies allow you to call in reinforcements. And then I believe if you're losing, the worse you're losing, the more supplies you get because it's supposed to be kind of a rebound mechanic. So yeah, it's kind of an interesting mixture. You got to be pretty good at battle, but you also have to know when and how to choose the battle and whether it's worth it. And then knowing what to pick, like it's a totally different game in terms of army selection and knowing how to engage. It's typically a lot of smaller engagements versus having, you know, one large, quick engagement. Air never shows his losses. I don't. I hide them all, and I have never lost a game since 1964, folks. I've been playing Total War since 1964, and I have never lost a game. Ever. Can't prove it. There's no evidence. Period. Air OP, that's right, Pilgrim. Hopefully we didn't lose Ghost King. We might have here. It's taken a long time to load in. Either that or he's got a spinning hard drive, and sometimes those can take a while to load in, given the game. Just depends. Give a minute to see what happens. Oh, there it goes. Now it says we're waiting on the Gentle Rat. Looks like we're going to load in. Hopefully no one dropped. Nope. Okay, good. We're in. Like Flynn. The victory points are equidistant from both starts on this map. A lot of choke points here in the Mountains of Morn. They get rid of the chat on this game too? They sure did. Wow. Did I just diss his HDD? Oh no, I don't diss an HDD. I still got one on my computer. I use it for mass storage. They're still useful. Still way more affordable too. Way more affordable.
Comrades of the bear! Corsairs!
Boris Ursus!
Now when the game starts, you can't capture anything immediately. 3-minute cooldown. The capture zones. Now you can of course go shoot people, start killing things. The capture cannot take place until at least 3 minutes in. Carol says same. I have Windows and Total War 2 on my SSD and then a 2 terabyte hard drive for other games. Yeah. Yeah, some games don't suffer as badly, you know, from a hard drive. Some suffer terribly when using a hard drive. And then SSDs, they're getting much cheaper. Way cheaper over time. They used to be terribly expensive. They're getting cheaper though. And they can be very, very handy. I have a lot of SSD space. I think I've got at least... I think I've got 3 SSDs in my machine. And then the HDD, so I've got think, a couple of terabytes of SSD space because I always have a lot of games installed. Probably don't have to have that many installed. And I'm most likely wasting space.
Follow the bear!
Let's see what we're up against here. So, got a Herald of Nurgle, Lore of Death, some Forsaken. I hear some flies, some Plague Drones, Ox Riders, Spawn of Nurgle. Let's see, Ogre's got 2 Stonehorn Beasts. Wow. Already called in some reinforcements here. Lead Belchers. That's gonna suck a little bit, Lead Belchers. Lead Belchers have some good range. They can do some pretty solid damage in the right scenarios. Two Stonehorns, that's some significant large. I think I'm going to swing this direction. I don't want to get in range of those Lead Belchers too easy yet. Swing some stuff this way. Keep an eye out. We're about a minute away. Really don't want to rush into any of the capture sites. I don't want to give any up, but I don't really want to rush in either. Looks like there's going to be a pretty big push for this capture point. Let's see where are those Belchers at.
Warbear Riders! Taking points! Indeed.
Pox flies up. Okay. Alright, the games are about to begin, folks.
Sons of Kislev!
Yeah, the Lead Belchers are trying to get me in range.
Wherever Ursun asks.
Make sure and give them a difficult line of fire.
Warbear Riders! Follow the bear!
Yep, that's what I figured. Lead Belcher's trying to get me in line of fire, so I'm gonna scooch over for a second. It's gonna be difficult to get a hold of that point. I don't really have the force to just overrun them at the moment. A little pressure here with some archers. I'll end some. Okay, the capturing is beginning. Let's see, what can I do about that? I don't know what I can do about that capture point at the moment.
Defenders of Kislev!
These ogres.
Kislev sends us forth! Forge for Kislev!
Hit by something pretty hard. They got a couple of Lead Belchers. Have a challenge a little bit here. So I don't want to have nothing. They're committing a whole lot to holding on to that capture point, so I'm going to let them do that for a moment. What do they got back here? A Soul Grinder. It's messing me up. Let's save up some points here. I've got some plans.
Heavy war sled!
Move around over here and see if we can cause some trouble. The stink flies are following me around, but I'm going to try and keep my cavalry. As many of their guys as we can keep fixed up in here, that's honestly good. And I'm not going to be able to take this point, but if I can at least even just challenge it, that's going to be good. Maybe do a little bit of damage. Alright, so I did capture it. best range. I'm gonna move up from over here. Start doing a little bit of damage. Okay. And Stonehorn's up over here. It's moving right into that line of fire. I'm gonna send Red Tsar over there. Grab some magic. Taking some fire from those lead belchers. Might be able to push this way a little bit here. Alright, they've captured the middle. We're gonna have a tough time of it here, folks. My teammate's in the middle of some capturing. I think I can put some pressure here, though. Okay, where's my caster? Daddy Boris. Streltsy up here. We're falling way behind in victory points. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure what I need to be or should be doing that's going to be best here, because I get a little bit of hurt in there.
Frost Maiden. Ice and glory.
Armored Cossacks!
Need to get more units up here to challenge.
I live again!
Frost Maiden.
They're just throwing reinforcements over here, so I need to get some in as well, but I don't know if that engagement's gonna go as good for me. Teammate's got a unit over here that's not being used. I'm trying to use the telestration tools, but
Follow the bear! Bring them down!
Kislev sends us forth!
Yes!
back up with the Streltsy.
War of ice.
Death Frost
Daughter
that.
of ice.
Orson directs me.
Okay. We're not off to a good start, that's for sure. What's he got in here? Ogre Bulls with Iron Fists. I'm gonna end up just getting overmatched by everything over here. So that's honestly looking like a lost cause at the moment. I don't know that I can do anything about that. I needed some infantry over here. That's definitely what I'm missing at the moment. I want to just throw away all my life there.
One of your units has been destroyed.
Seal the freeze.
That was a thing that I could select. I guess not. Yeah, we're just getting totally overrun by ogres back here. Dang, man. Whatever units I brought, it was not the right pick against ogres, and I'm paying a price for it at the moment. I have to start throwing some units in the battlefield because we're losing terribly. In fact, I'm pretty sure this match is already over. I don't see a route to come back because we don't have a way to challenge. Like right now, they've just got so much weight of units here in the middle that we can't win there, and then there's too many units on this side. I've taken a bad engagement over there, so pretty sure I've lost too many units there as well. I don't know if I can flip any of these captures at the moment, so it's becoming an ever more desperate situation.
March for Kislev. I am the storm.
Anything for Kislev, done for Orson.
Try and get out of here after that stone horn. There are stone horns rolling around absolutely everywhere.
Everyone's led! The motherland's finest!
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how I'm going to overcome all these iron guts. We're going to get absolutely stomped over here. There are just so many ogres. I do not have the tools for getting through them. I don't know that Slaanesh does right now either. Obviously, it could have been a lot of wrong choices I'm making here as well. This is a game mode I'm not terribly familiar with at the moment in terms of how to be very competitive. But yeah, we are taking a good butt stomping at the moment.
Taking point! Kislev sends us forth!
Sorbian.
Yeah, see those lead belchers are gonna rip me a new one coming through that choke point. This is just, that's a mistake. I can't even move through there. See, right now all he's got to do is just hold. He wins. So there's no need for the ogres to do anything crazy. So like all the onus is on us. They positioned much better early in this fight than I did, and I did not have the right units to challenge them. I ended up bringing a bunch of Kislev's mobility, and I obviously should have had way more range and infantry, I think, early on, because I just did not have enough to even begin to challenge those capture points. And I mean, I'm paying a pretty big price for it at the moment because I have nothing to challenge. And then when we lost them early and couldn't take it back, that just, sent the victory tickets flying. So yeah, we should have done more to do that earlier. Get onto those victory points. And I have a whole bunch of points I haven't spent right now, of course, too, which is always smart.
Comrades of the bear!
A little bit too late, I think, but at least I finally got some kills over here. Not that it's going to do me any good long run, but at least it was a victory mentally. We would have had to get a triple capture at this point in order to win. And that's just not going to happen at the moment.
Frost maiden.
Much death frost around here. Give me a lot of good.
Warbear Rangers! Everyone's led! Whatever
Yeah, it's too late for any kind of triple cap, and that's assuming that we could get this one in time, which we aren't. Yeah, so I needed to be more aggressive with positioning early and should have thought better about the units I brought. Like, I brought just a few relatively low entity count units, and we didn't have enough to get in and challenge, and so we got overwhelmed by the total number of ogres that were present. I liked the pick they had there. It was pretty versatile. They had stone horns for a little bit of damage dealing and mobility. They had some cheaper ogre units just for some extra holding power, some nobblers to absorb the charge. It was good stuff. And as for me, I was too wrapped up into one type there. Domination 1, let's save it. So, got a lot of learning to do here, obviously. That's okay. You play so that you can learn. So, not a stellar performance on my part. Let's see how Ghost King did. Got a lot of value out of Nakari. I like playing Slaanesh in this mode. There's certain factions they're going to be good against. I like their speed and stuff, makes them interesting. It's tough up against Nurgle probably with Slaanesh, though, in a way, because Nurgle can sit there and tank so much damage. And I've heard ogres are really good in this mode, and I could believe it. Like, I don't know if that's still true or not. I'm sure it was really true when the Gorgers were overpowered, but I bet they're still really good in this game mode. Just they've got some tough units, and if the price is right, then you can get in and do enough. But great game by Gentle Rat, Ghost King, and Deadly Sin. So Deadly Sin, I lost my momentum towards the end. Yeah, I never had any, so I can't say I lost any momentum because I didn't have it to begin with. I'm gonna host another one. Thank you all three for joining. I think I've got time for one more. Let's try one more Domination game. I haven't played many of them, and I would like to just try it. So Heirs Battle, password's 1. Feel free to come join in if you're present. I'll rock someone different this time. I'll go Corn. So I will take Corn. We'll play another Domination battle. I'll pick a different one this time. Let's go with Silver Spire is a Warhammer 2 themed map, actually. Let's do that one. That'll be fun. Let's go Silver Spire. Alright, so Silver Spire it is. You think they'll show gameplay of the new map? I don't know. Don't know what we're going to get and when as far as other new stuff for Warhammer 3. It looks like Hurls is joining. If you've already played, you can join another one. I mean, you can give folks a second if you want, but if you've already played and you'd like to play another one, come join back in. It's all good. Not going to be a ton of people. It's going to be less than 20 people probably who are in the total potential crowd, and that's if all those people are still here. They may or may not be. So feel free to join in. We can just fill it up and play. I'm going to try corn. Get some corn dogs, corn flakes, corn chips, corn tacos. Everything else, corn. Jared Matson says, I'll play next time. I would love to finally play with you. Well, feel free anytime. I'm going to be streaming multiplayer battles every Thursday night, like we are tonight. And I definitely appreciate everybody joining. It's been a lot of fun. I love playing these battles. It's always good because it just gives me something different and new to do. So, like, even in that last game where I felt like I did terrible and got raffle stomped, hey, you know, you learn when you play, right? You learn, and I learned that was not a good Kislev army in that situation that came from. So, you always learn something. Rather than being mad, we'll just try and get good. Let's see. I got a teammate is going corn. We'd be up against ogres and grand. Okay, could be interesting. Cathay's got a lot of different directions they could go. Ogre's gonna be ogres. Just gotta think through what I want to do here. All right. Okay, let's see what I can put together here. got an idea in mind. Obviously not 100% certain how it's going to turn out. I'm kind of just sitting here chugging it through the old brain for a minute. Yeah, I'll try this. Give this a shot. Give it a shot. Senshi says, air at work, air at home. That's right, Senshi. Air at work is bored. Air at home is having fun on stream. Ghost King says I was rusty on Slanesh. Well, obviously I wasn't going anywhere with my Kislev build. But don't worry about it. We're just having fun. Yeah, I've got the Waylash Gaming says what's going on with the menu. I have the menu covered up so that people can't see the army I'm picking, but I'll knock that off whenever we get the game loaded. About to get a 2v2 domination battle going if you've just joined in and you can't see exactly what's going on. Hopefully this will go better. We'll see. Khorne is a different animal. We're still up against ogres. And this time it's Grand Cathay instead of Nurgle. And, you know, like I said, Ogre is going to be a pretty solid faction in many respects. Even though they're kind of flabby in most respects because they got the gut. Cathay can potentially bring a lot of interest. I mean, they can bring a lot of anti-large infantry. They can bring a lot of crossbows. They have artillery. They've got annoying floating sky lanterns. Dragons, like, so they could potentially bring a lot of stuff to play too. Since Khorne, you know, obviously isn't big in the missile department. It could be a real downside. Let's see how this one goes. Ghost King, Galatiger, and Hurls, we're all loading in here. And I can't wait for Immortal Empires. That is going to be some fun. I wish CA could have gotten it to us sooner, but I am excited for it nonetheless. Like, the news of recent has been really exciting looking news. Man, you know what? This game doesn't look perfect on medium settings, but dang, this game looks a lot better than Game 2 on medium settings. Like, a whole lot better. Now, to be fair, this game runs way crappier in terms of frame rate rather than Game 2, but still, this game's looking way better on medium settings in Game 2. Much, much better. Marcus, you got a lot of salt pennies going on there. Bob Barker says, I still can't grasp Warhammer like I can for Rome 2. Well, Rome 2 is simpler in many respects, though there is a lot of nuance and stuff to learn in Rome 2. Like, there's a lot of different unit types, and you kind of have to know how they'll trade with each other in the sense of, like, who's going to win in a battle, Oathsworn, or, you know, like Praetorian Guard, or, you know, Galatian Nobles versus Oathsworn, or, you know, like, there's a lot of those little matchups you got to know. You got to know about the different javelin types and how they interact with large units. You have to understand the difference between slingers and archers. Archers do more damage, but have a little less ammunition. You know, they have a better firing arc. Slingers do a little more AP damage, but less overall damage. Like, so there's kind of these mixtures of units. Spears, you know, it's not like Shogun 2, where spears are just like a literal hard counter. Wow, this map's interesting. Yeah, wow. Okay, so there's a capture point deep within each team's own territory. So that choke point up there is going to be the real battle. So yeah, this is going to be the critical piece of this map right there. Interesting, okay. Well, let's get ourselves positioned. That really... Oh, we can only deploy right here, too. Wow, they really... A tiny deployment zone.
Followers of chaos! For chaos!
Don't really... you do much of anything here in this deployment. This is the smallest deployment zone I have ever dealt with. Dwarf versus Nurgle Domination is going to be top tier. I am definitely curious to see like how all of the old factions come in and play in Domination. I need to start watching some more Domination battles, to be honest. I'm going to have to go over to like Turin's channel and start studying up on Domination battles because I'm so far behind on them.
Northern barbarians!
Land battles are easier for me to grasp, for sure. There is a different depth to the Domination battles that has to be considered. It's not something that I have spent any time learning.
For the dark gods. Yes!
Okay.
Where chaos commands! Chaos warriors of Khorne.
Let's take
For
it
chaos.
there.
Slaves to darkness! On tireless foot! Skull crushers! Seeking victory!
Okay. Khorne's not a particularly fast faction, so I'm going to get started kind of spreading across the map here.
Yes! Spread corruption!
I need to capture this at 2 minutes in, so I've got one unit going down to do so, and then I'm hoping to kind of crowd up some more units over here. Got the powder guts here, so we have to watch out for them. Cool, so we got a lot of anti-infantry. Now I've got a fair bit of anti-large. Those Iron Hail Gunners, as long as we can keep their line of fire blocked, I'm not too worried about them. Definitely going to put up a little bit more challenge up front on this capture point. I'm not just going to cough up this capture point early,
Bringing ruin!
as it felt I did last time.
Spread corruption! Spread corruption! Army of the Dark Gods! Darkness
Yeah.
calls!
We're going to have a lot of troops in the vicinity, and as are
Northern
we.
barbarians! The Horde surges!
Okay. Nice shot.
Chaos warriors!
Ugh, we're already under fire. That sucks.
Dark gods!
And a decent shot there.
Hordes of chaos! On
I need way more capture power up here.
where chaos commands!
Else we're just gonna turn around and lose this capture point right off the bat.
Ruin! Bringing ruin! Slaves to
Might as well just go ahead and
darkness.
engage here.
Spreading destruction! With
I need to sit back and get shot.
Spreading destruction!
We are gonna get our capture point first back here, so that's good news.
Khorne!
We have a victory.
Oh, no, man. I meant to cancel that.
Army of the Dark Gods. Savage duty. Chaos Warriors of Core. In Ruination's name.
Alright, let's just get in here
It is
and...
done. Make
They are
clear.
unfortunately in control of that point. I need my ally to help put some more pressure there. Let's get these hounds out of here. Actually, let's go attack those powder guys. I don't know if we'll win that fight, but at least tie them down.
Northern barbarians.
Skull crushers.
Onward, Northmen.
Really confident over there, though.
Where chaos commands.
Let's bring up the skull cannon, try and earn some more skulls. I need 2,800. A little bit of fire from Cathay there.
It brings destruction.
Unfortunately, our infantry are going to be pretty darn powerful in a fight versus the enemy infantry here, so I'm kind of hoping we can just overwhelm them eventually. No guarantee of that. What happened to my
Skull crushers of Core.
skull crushers this direction? Alright, yeah, now we're starting to overwhelm
Warriors of Core.
this capture point.
Chaos commands.
This is what we want. Certainly got to be careful. We don't want to lose that point behind us.
Northern
Get committed and then lose it. My skull crushers at corn ought to really lay waste to these lancers.
Chaos Warriors, destroy them.
Let's just keep pushing up
We
here.
go in fury.
Relentless push from corn here. Got that unit. They got lead belchers incoming. I'm close to being able to call in Uber unit here.
Skull crushers of Core. Eviscerate them.
I'm just gonna plow forward on into this. I don't
For
think these
chaos.
units can really stop me very well over here. Hope this isn't a bad decision in the end.
Yes.
Trying to pressure those units. How are we doing back here? Let's get into these Iron Hill gunners. Just give them freebies. I got more units.
Seeking
See if we can seek to cut off their reinforcements.
spreading destruction.
And I've got my call in here. Where did I call that in? Right here? Alright. We've got a lot of pressure on that middle capture point.
Skull crushers. They
Is it a crane gunner? Yes, it is.
Visit
I'm gonna try and keep the pressure on over here. There's a lot of
Advantageous.
bad guys, and if I can, I'm gonna try and get a flesh hound into that fight. Get really close. Alright. Flesh hound on over there.
Chaos Warriors
You'll
of
stay
Core.
there.
Followers of chaos.
Can't just let these Iron Hail gunners get away, so go ahead and chase them.
Conquest.
Some of these fights aren't super ideal for me.
They die.
Let's actually bring this over here and go for that sentinel, and then we'll be out of the way of some of those guns. Let's get my skull cannon and roll up into that fight there. These cavalry are
Dogs.
definitely finding a pretty target-rich environment over here. I'm okay with that for the moment. See, I'm at 675. The only thing I can call in for reinforcements right now are more hounds, and that's fine because the hounds definitely have a viable mission over here. After that sentinel
Victim.
over here, so I caught the Iron Hill guns, turn around and fight Scrag.
Claim.
We've got to stay on top of all this stuff over here. This
Claim.
is some easy money over here. So I need to stay on those units, make sure we keep this capture. I really feel like we just need to... What do they got? More Fang Cav. That's gonna be some tough stuff.
Chaos Warriors of Core.
Let's just push these units.
For destruction.
We can just push them back. They can't make a capture, I don't think.
Followers of chaos.
Let's not get too blob right there, because we got a spell coming right towards us.
Slaves to darkness.
Doesn't the skull cannon get more ammo as it gets kills? This is a really, really good scenario over here because this is all supplies they've spent that we're just really wrapping up hard right now. So I'm hoping that stays valuable. Let's see what I can get in terms of reinforcements. Not much. Some more hounds. Get rid of that terracotta sentinel. I got some more ammo from fighting. Let's go ahead and pull out of that fight right now.
We go in
Getting some good hurt on Scrag over here. I might go pile onto that fight. Yeah, we did wrap up most all of that. Oh, there's some more crane gunners coming on over here.
Skull crushers of core.
I want the skull crushers. I want the dogs to come get these crane gunners. So that's another quick pickup where I can get a good trade in value. Alright, so we are still well in control of this capture point. I'm pushing back their missile units. It's not anything I can win, but I feel like pushing them back at this point is a victory by itself of sorts. The only other call-in I can get is a skull crusher, but I gotta get 1800. None of my units, none of my other units are dead at the moment. Let's get our thirster here and try and humble this dragon-blooded Shugengen. Get him!
Give corn command. Fall back.
I'm gonna push them all the way back into their deployment zone over here. Flesh Hounds are a really nice unit. What do they got? They got a Alchemist, some more Craners. They got 2 crane gunners back there. What are we tied up on right here? There's a Jade Lancer tying us up. Let's come back here and pressure it out.
Chaos warrior.
More units here. So basically, as long as we don't cough up the middle of this fight at this point, it should be good and safe. We've got pressure still back here, so I don't think they'll be able to break through us. Chasing that dragon-blooded Shugengen. I'm gonna go over here because there's quite a few points wrapped up in these crane gunners. Flesh Hounds are really doing a good job here, tying units down. I feel like that this Skull Crusher, though, has been absolutely spectacular. It's got 231 kills.
Rage and fury.
Alright, let's get down in here and get some damage done on those crane gunners. And they've got no way to challenge that point. Let's just go ahead and charge over here into the different lead belchers. That'll keep them from being effective. So part of my hope here was to use Khorne to just be completely overwhelming on the capture point. Like, so I stacked up a ton of heavily armored, powerful infantry. And my objective was to have plenty of anti-large to frustrate the ogres, and just have enough heavy armored infantry to leave Cathay in big trouble. And so that was kind of my objective here, and I feel like it has gone pretty well. All things considered, there is a hunter out here on a stone horn. As long as we're not having this capture point threatened, we're fine. Plus, even the one in the very back isn't threatened. So I feel like we're in a very safe position at the moment. This fight has gone much, much better for us. Khorne can put a lot of heavy armor and a lot of melee power. They obviously have the downside of really not having a lot of great ways to deal with effectively deployed and used missiles. Like, if an enemy deploys missiles well and uses them well, it gets ugly real quick. This Khorne is kind of slow and limited in what they can do. But, you know, if you're able to use that melee power to kind of stay on top of things, it's pretty good stuff. All right, we're waiting on a Flesh Hound there. I've got to wait on the Skull Crusher here before I can get it back into battle. Rid of that alchemist. I'm curious to see what that Skull Crusher performed like, because I think it ended up doing really well. Skull Cannon did not end up being terribly helpful.
Unending glory is yours.
Domination 2. Let's save that one. Corn ability. Oh yeah, the army. I forget about the army abilities because they don't have as many of them in game 2. Yeah, over on the right-hand side of the screen. I forget about those too often. Look at, yeah, that Skull Crusher did some work. It cost 1,800, got 2517 value, so that was great. Look at this. This warrior, Halberd warrior, 2114. I wonder if that's the one that was fighting Scrag Daddy. 426. Not great on any of my warriors, but I didn't expect much. The Flesh Hounds, though, did really well. Take a look here. Yeah, really good value off the Bloodthirster. He got into that Terracotta Sentinel. Pretty decent on that Flesh Hound as well. And nothing special out of those other units. I didn't get a chance to really use this Skull Crusher. Not a whole lot from the cannon, but I guess it could have been worse. Look at this Gorger with 100 kills there. Scrag at 474. Let's take a look at the rest of... whose army is this one? So Galatiger's army. So Galatiger's army. 100 kills on these Lead Belchers. Yeah, a pretty good value on that one too. So those Lead Belchers were getting a little bit of damage done from back there. The Mornfang Cavalry didn't get as much done. Let's take out Hurls here. The Dragon-Blooded Shugengen. There was a lot of magic popping off for Cathay. These Iron Hail Gunners started to do a lot of damage, but then ended up getting tied down. Now, Iron Hail Gunners are a niche unit. They can get into a firing position. They don't have to be there long to cause a lot of damage. They dish out a tremendous amount of damage, but they're very limited in range. And then they have the line of sight issue, you know, where they need to either be shooting at something large or they have to have an open shot. So they're a high risk, high reward type unit there. The Jade Warrior with Halberds, I like stacking up on those. They do a little bit of AP, a little bit of anti-large. It can be really good units. The Terracotta Sentinel is obviously a good unit for putting out some damage. And Crane Gunners are good too for picking off high value targets. That map, honestly, is a tricky map for picking at high value targets depending on where you're at on it. I felt like I had a hard time getting to use my Skull Cannon for anything useful. Let's see what Ghost King was up to here. His Minotaurs of Khorne did a pretty good job. Some decent kills on these dual weapons. The dual weapons are a nice complement to all the halberds because the dual weapons will really clean up Cathay's infantry, whereas the halberds will do really well against all things ogre. So that's kind of I like that as kind of being a complementary unit between my army and Ghost King. And then if we look at his second reinforcing force here, a lot of damage off of that Spawn of Khorne. It wasn't, we're 666. How about that? So the Spawn of Khorne got 666 damage value. You can't make it up, folks. You can't make it up. Anyway, thanks to Ghost King, Galatiger, Hurls. Thank you everybody who joined the battles tonight. I'm out of time for tonight, but guess what? We'll be back next Thursday doing more battles on stream. We'll probably do it again. Warhammer 2, Warhammer 3, we'll just kind of play it by ear, see what you all want to do. It's a great stream tonight. Appreciate everybody joining. It's always fantastic to have you here, and I appreciate the support. Thank you for those who are actively joining the battles and helping us have a good time and helping us have something to watch. You are definitely a critical part of this. Without you, it would obviously be pretty boring, me just sitting here waiting for 2 hours for a lobby to fill up. So thank you so much. Appreciate you all joining in. HeirofCarthage is signing out for now. I will see you all again soon with some more action in Total War Warhammer.